Hello everybody, welcome to episode 120 of Show Fever. Today we'll be going over Song for Isabelle by Niko DeMille. Now this song is, honestly, it's one of the longer songs of Niko DeMille. Like, honestly, it is one of the longest, if not the longest. And out of the ones I've reviewed, this most certainly is the longest. It is a 4 minute and 25-second song, but that is not to its detriment. I mean, that's not a really long song anyways. Like, a long song would be like, to live is to live, or is it to live is to die? I think, yeah, on And Justice for All by Metallica, which is like a 9 minute 48-second song. But yeah, so the song is quite long for a Niko DeMille song, or even a 12V song, because 12V actually had quite, like, substantially shorter songs usually than what the Niko DeMille moniker has produced so far. I don't really know how to describe the two artists being the same person, but yeah. So with this, I'm going to kind of focus more on, I guess, individual lines rather than on the whole thing, because the whole thing is essentially a love letter. It is a message to Isabelle, who is Niko DeMille's girlfriend. That, if you're up to date on the Niko not Niko lore that he found recently, he is very joyous about it. I'm glad. I'm proud of the man for it, and I hope it continues to go well for him, because I mean, he deserves it. But yeah, but this song, because it is such a love letter, it like clicked with me, because the lyricism just made me think entirely about my own girlfriend, who I've been with for, well, in 10 days it'll be a year and 7 months. But yeah, so it just really connected with me, and I really enjoyed the lyricism of this song. And honestly, the instruments were quite different. Like, it's something we haven't seen from 12V slash Niko DeMille yet. It is very different. I'll discuss that later on after I'm kind of done going over the lyrics, so I don't forget some of the lyrics, because there are multiple that I want to go over. But one of the first ones is, I can't sleep with all this sunlight. Now, that is a very relatable stance and I guess, statement, because I know from personal experience, when you're in love, it is so difficult to sleep. I remember that first night where we, like, confessed to each other, and I could barely sleep. I was so excited. I was, like, shaking, and it just gets to you, because it's such a lovely thing when you cannot even sleep because of the thought of someone else on your mind. And when it's in such a pure and, like, I don't even know how to explain it, just in, like, gosh, I'm running out of verbs. It's a very indescribable feeling. Like, you will know it once you feel it, as many people will say. You'll know it when it's the right person. But yeah, so you'll know that feeling whenever you experience it, and you will love it, because that feeling is undeniably a phenomenal feeling. But yeah, it's just a very, I believe if anyone who's actually ever truly been in love, I believe that feeling is very well known to them, because you are just unable to focus, unable to do anything else. You can't sleep. Your mind is completely occupied by them, because they are you. They are your, like, entirety. But yeah, so then one of the other lines is, Isabelle hides so I can't find my way. Now that one is honestly quite a straightforward line. It just means, yo, Isabelle is his way. It is his life, his path, all of that. So when she is gone and he can't find her, when Isabelle is hiding, he cannot find his own way, because she is the way. Her presence allows him to maintain stability, to know what is going on, that everything will be okay and stuff like that. And once again, a very beautiful line. I'm not going to have much to say, because these lines are genuinely just beautiful. They are works of art. They're masterpieces here. And they perfectly encapsulate the feelings of being in love and holding someone to the utmost, dearest degree. But yeah, so that is really understandable, because, I mean, I know at times when me and my girlfriend can't see each other for, like, a couple of days, and sometimes weeks, you feel lost. Like, you feel so much worse than you do prior, but then you get in contact, it's like, yippee, I'm so happy. But, like, I mean, that's kind of a goofy, I guess, demonstration, but literally it's how it feels, because when that person is essentially your lifeblood, and you know what you feel like when you run out of blood, if you've ever, like, given blood or something like that, or suffer from blood loss, had to get transfusion or something, you feel weak. You feel like you're confused, you're dazed, you're dizzy, like you don't know what to do, and you can only be, I guess, repaired by having that transfusion of the person, to be with that person and then be able to find your way again and be happy and be content, because you have found your thing. Not your thing, but, like, that's a very crass way of describing a relationship with a human, but you found your path. I guess that's the best way to put it, even though that's not really the word I was looking for. But yeah, so there's that, and then there's crap. What is the other line? It's another part of the chorus. Okay, yeah. The thing is, Isabelle watches from far away. I'd give anything to surround your dreams. That is, once again, very relatable, perfectly relatable to anyone in like a true relationship. Because I don't really know actually how to interpret surrounding your dreams, but I presume it's just to be even adjacent to the dreams of another person, and to, I guess, kind of act as a barrier to defend it and to develop that. Because it's just a desire to see the person that you love to thrive to their utmost ability, and to be there for them as they do it. Just to experience that, just to experience them becoming the best person they can be is an, I guess, like unrepayable experience. Like you just feel indebted to them because you get to watch them, you get to see them grow. You feel as if you're so much lesser than them that just getting to be around their dreams, it's a blessing from on high, a miracle. And so yeah, it's just very, like I said, very relatable to anyone who's been in a relationship. And when it's actually true, you want to be there for them. You want to see their dreams grow. You want to see them develop. You want to do everything you can for them so that you and them can live the best life. But yeah, so then there was also your butane mouth spits me into flames. That's another, just, it can be interpreted in multiple ways. A kiss making them just go absolutely gleeful, joyous, whimsical, and all that, or possibly just words. I mean, when you are complimented by someone who you truly love, you will feel joy. Like, you will feel indescribable, incomparable joy, because that is coming from the lips of the person that you hold to be utmost high. Out of all humans, that is the pinnacle. And you have now been praised by them, or you've been kissed by them, and you are just unable to believe how anything could be better than this, because this is what you perceive to be as a blessing. But yeah, so there was also a couple of lines that I didn't really understand. Like, there was one, it was odd. I don't really know how to interpret it. There was this one line that was, I believe it was, you can't drive, you know that you can't drive with what's in your bag or purse, I can't remember the exact word, and not expect me to call you, and then it was in parentheses out. And I don't know exactly what that means. I guess it's, like, maybe it's referring to, like, possibly inebriated driving, like drunk driving. But, like, I don't really know. That doesn't have much of a place in this song, I don't believe. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know this relationship. I'm not a member of it. It's Niko and Isabelle's. And it might be a little inside reference to something. And that is perfectly okay. I believe we're not supposed to understand every single line in this song, because it's not for us. It's a song for Isabelle. Daggum Breaking Bad title drop. So some chemistry teacher's gonna break bad. That's like, I don't think it's in the first episode. I don't remember exactly, because I know it's when Jesse pulls up to Walter White's car and he's talking to him as Walter's like taking his boxes out and all that. But yeah, so holy side tangent, but I believe this may be about some like possible drunk driving incident, and just wanting that person to be safe, desiring them to be safe. And when they know this, they're like, okay, I'm gonna assure you're safe. I'm going to make sure you get home safely so that you don't possibly endanger yourself. And like I said, I don't believe that's necessarily what it's talking about, but that's kind of what my interpretation would be, if anything. I honestly don't know if that line is meant for interpretation. Maybe it's just kind of in there for rhyming purposes. But I believe that it is meant to be interpreted. I just don't know exactly what the interpretation is supposed to be. But yeah, so let's see. I don't know exactly if there was any other lines right off the top of my head that I was super massive on. I know the butane, your butane mouth spits me into flames. It's probably one of my favorite ones. So, but I don't know if that's a hard one. It would either be that or Isabelle hides, so Isabelle hides, so I can't find my way. So I really, that, like, those lyrics are probably my favorite ones. So that's kind of where I'll leave it for my interpretations on certain things, like my spin on them. Now it gets more into the music aspect. Like I said, this song was very unique for Niko DeMille, and it was really good. But I feel like it's a precipitous path, because Niko's vocals aren't really built for the sound of this type of music. Because, I mean, yes, it was good. It was very fitting here. The lyricism absolutely pushed it. The music was phenomenal. But I feel like it is a precipitous path, because, like I said, Niko's vocals, this is just for context, this music of it, the song, was more like soft alt metal, or I'd compare it more to alt rock. But, yeah, like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of kind of the more melodic Avenged Sevenfold songs, if you really, like, it's not a great comparison, because I haven't really heard much like it, but it is more kind of melodic, symphonic, symphonic's actually a better term for it, like, soft metal, alt rock sound, and more alt rock, like I said. So kind of a alt-rock symphonic sound. And it does work here, but I don't believe it can work all the time because, like I said, Niko DeMille, he's not hitting any of that right. But so I don't feel as if his vocals are exactly not in tuned, but like suited for like the alt rock like status or anything like that. Because like, well, my big complaint with like alt rock and metal bands is getting softer vocals. Like that's why I don't like Deftones past their first two albums because I'm just like, oh, they fell off. They get whiny. And Niko DeMille's vocals by themselves aren't whiny, but if they were put in a metal environment, they'd be considered whiny because he has a softer voice, and it's meant more for those like, I guess, rap-esque like alt pop songs. I mean, they're not really alt pop. I don't really know how to label his songs. They're just indie underground. I would think like colloquial term, but yeah. So like, I believe that this could work, but also another problem with that type of sound is the sameness. Any band you listen to that has like a sound almost exactly like this song, it's like the same. It's like the same like melodies, instruments, every single song. So like, yes, I believe that if Niko did this type of song again, it wouldn't be the same because I know Niko is notoriously good at establishing a different beat each time he makes a song. Like I said, it could be over the like I said last week, it could be over the same thing 8 different times, like the lyrical topic, but it would have a better beat and a different beat each time. So I believe that if anyone is going to do this properly, at least music wise, it would be Niko. But like I said, I don't really believe his vocals are too fitted for this type of music. However, like that is not to undermine how good they were in this song. Like they fit these like instrumental parts very well. And I really did enjoy the song. Like I said, I love the lyricism and I love the music. And combined, they were great. I just, like I said, I don't want to... it's not that I don't want to see other songs like this. Because I know they could be good. Because this one was really good too. I don't want it to become a motif. Like, I don't want it to become the commonality. Because like I said, similitude is a big worry of mine whenever introducing anything like kind of like an alt-rock sound, like I said. So I just worry. I know Niko would probably find a way of avoiding this, and I know if anyone's going to do it, he would do it best, but it worries me. Like I said, though, like I've said before, alt-rock, nu metal, and grunge are my favorite like genres of music. So I love them, but I just hate the common, like I said, motifs, themes of them that, at least in regards to the music, because the music can oftentimes become very samey, and I don't want that for Niko, because I know that he has the capacity to just do so many different and, like, lovely things. It's like, well, no, never mind, that was going to be a horrible comparison. But yeah, so, honestly, I guess in regards to if the song will be on Spotify, I don't know if this song will be on Spotify, because I've recognized that, like, the 12V songs and the Niko DeMille songs so far haven't really been, like, more quiet, like, personal, like, not a dirge, but, like, expulsions of self. I really don't know how to say that. But yeah, so I don't know if this will be on Spotify, but I believe that it will be because it is his love letter, and I believe that he wants to spread it out as far as he can. I believe he will want to do that, or he might just want to keep it personal, even though he did release it on YouTube. But I believe it'll probably be on Spotify because it is, like, I believe a very important song to him because it is about the woman who he believes or is likely deeply in love with and besotted with. So yeah, I'm just ready to see if this will be on Spotify or not. Because I do enjoy it, and I will be listening to it a lot, like I do with all the other Niko DeMille songs. I've already listened to OTW like probably somewhere between 15 and 20 times, and it dropped on Friday. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Song for Isabelle by Niko DeMille, and that's all I really have for episode 120 of Shelf Review. So thank you very much for watching.